Some seasons gotta be summer. It gotta be warm. It gotta be fruitful. It gotta be nurturing, caring, and comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And other seasons have to be cold.
Yeah.
Other seasons have to be your winter months where you just want to hibernate.
Yeah.
You were collecting all summer and all fall, and now you have to hibernate and try to develop and try to go into a space of hibernation, of development, of really honing into who you are. You see what I'm saying? And then you go through the time of rebirth. So just like in seasons that are in Mother Nature, even in our own lives, we need to have seasons that require different parts of us.
2025 started the new year.
That's crazy to think of, though.
I mean,
Are we in 2025 already, man?
No, it's not. But I think this is an important time to get into what we're getting into today, right?
Yes, Lord.
I think it's an important time. Everyone's creating, what their plan is for the year and what they think they want to do for this 2025.
And New Year's resolution is not just December 31st. It's not just January 1st. And if it doesn't work out, you know what I'm saying? You can do a New Year's resolution anytime.
Yeah, you can pick any moment. I think why it's so big is like you get that flip and all of the world all agrees that this is a turn of a leaf, So you can use that momentum to be like, what do you mean some parts? What parts though?
Chinese New Year is different.
Chinese, they celebrate the New Year though.
No, they have Chinese New Year is different than our New Year.
Yeah.
I think the Ethiopians, God bless their soul.
Yeah.
They're a couple years back. They have a different calendar. I think we follow the Gregorian calendar.
Oh, they have like 36 months.
They have a different, which is actually I think more accurate. I'm saying because if we get into, it's not even astrology, but just like words are so powerful. September should not be the ninth month.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then how did we get that? And a new year should be new beginnings. January is not new beginnings, but when you get into March, April, when spring becomes the new of the season comes, that should be the new year.
We should definitely have 2 more months. I don't know why.
But it's like, you gotta just move it.
Is it wrong if we're using it right?
I feel like it's used to throw you off of your circadian rhythm. That's another conversation. Don't get me. Don't get me started on.
I'm not qualified.
I'm just saying, but it throws you off of that equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why the richest people in the world, they go to bed early. I'm telling you,
I don't know if that's true or not.
They go to bed early. They go to bed 8 or 9 to be able to get a full day. You see what I'm saying? We're the ones that stay up until 12, 1 o'clock, then try to wake up for 7, and then trying to, you know what I'm saying? You should follow the way the sun moves.
I'm dying on that hill that you can sleep whenever you want, bro.
Right.
I'm dying on that hill. I know. I can't think of. I don't know what millionaire you talking about that has good night's sleep, because Elon don't sleep. That nigga lives in a tent.
Yeah.
Nigga lives in a
do that on purpose
house.
Because I promise you, Jeff Bezos getting his sleep. You know what I'm saying? And it's right behind him.
But it's like
Warren Buffett.
It's like to get there, you can't be sleeping 8 hours.
I hear what you're saying.
I mean? So it's like
I hear what you're saying. But when you are in that upper echelon, you gotta prioritize your sleep. You have to prioritize it because that is what rejuvenates you for the new year, for the new day. Sorry. It rejuvenates you for the new experience that you have to tackle. It gives you mental fortitude to be able to restart your battery and charge it to move forward. You know what I'm saying? It's a little thing.
It's tough. I mean, like, do you think it's the grind that gets the no sleep, or do you think it's the no sleep grind mode that gets you to the top, or do you think it's the balance? Let's take our time. Let's focus on both. The day and the night. You know, what do you think gets you there?
I think that it's a fallacy to make you feel like hard work gets you to become successful in this world. If that was true, the person that does 16-hour days and is constantly working hard and going into the factory and doing they would be successful because they're working hard, and that's not the truth. So you have to think about being able to be balanced. You have to and working in a space that obviously is beneficial, obviously plays a huge factor, but understand that if I come to the table rejuvenated, when you start your day, you don't want to start your phone battery at 52%. You want to start it at 100. You want to be able to be at optimal efficiency. And I'm talking shit because really and truly, I don't sleep. So I'm saying this from a perspective of saying that, yo, I understand that sleep is valuable. I understand that I shouldn't be the one to not sleep. I should go and get a good night's sleep to be able to be rejuvenated for the morning, for the day, for the evening, so I can get through the day with mental fortitude and be charged enough to go about my day. But I think the problem is that we feel like, because we have the same energy where it's like, man, I could thug it out through the night, man. I love the night because I love to be able to get work done when nobody's there, I don't have to hear nobody. You know what I'm saying? I can go into my man cave and just deal with my. But really, I can find that in the day. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that, bro.
You can find it in the day.
I mean, you could do anything you want.
For sure.
You know, but it's like how I operate, the night is beneficial. All the people I look up to, the night is beneficial. You know, Kobe slept till 3, would wake up till at 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? Have a game at 12. That's crazy.
You're saying every day Kobe was falling asleep at 3?
Not every day.
No, but I'm saying.
But that's the routine is when you're chasing something, someone's gotta sacrifice. So what is it?
I don't think those guys are not sleeping like that. I think even people like LeBron James,
Conor McGregor said, like when he was coming up, a lot of late nights. Now he's richer, like you were saying. Yeah. He has to realize, I have to prioritize family. I gotta be up early.
Prioritize him.
I can't be sleeping. You know what I mean? And it's the healthier way, for sure. But it's like, to get there, LeBron probably had a lot of sleepless nights. I know, especially
sleepless
like
nights.
Drake.
Yes.
OVO is based off the idea of we don't sleep at night.
Nocturnal. So they sleep during the day. And then they stay up all night because of what they have to get into.
The lights.
But that doesn't mean they're not sleeping. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not against. I'm just saying. But the late night grind, do you think like that's a part of? That's what was like the question. Do you think the late night grind is better or the balance? Because that would be a balance. Yeah,
I think when you're thinking long term, you have to think balance. I think when you think short term sprints that you have to make to be able to get over certain humps in life, you can have the 80 one way, 20 one way. You know, you can have that dichotomy or have that change in your life. But when you start thinking about long term success, long-term passion, long-term longevity in anything, you need to have the rest, you know, especially at night.
And I'm wondering, because even on that same tangent, what would be better? Do you prioritize the short term? So like, let's say you have a routine that leads you in a season, right? And it's been working through the season, but it's not good long term. Do you even prioritize? Do you even use this routine and let that go about, knowing that it won't last? Or do you just, scrap it and try and find everything that's long term? Because like, I'll speak for me, and it's like a balance between the two, because there's certain things I won't give up just naturally. Like it's hard to sacrifice, and it's like, so those will always be long term. But there's other things that like come and go. And you find seasons where it's beneficial, and other seasons where it's like you can't really squeeze it in. You could try, but like it's not falling into place.
It's not the right season for that. Yeah.
So like, is one better just to commit to one? Like I really don't.
I think seasons in your life are supposed to be seasons.
Naturally.
Different seasons produce different things.
Mother Nature's talking to us, bro.
It produces different things, and you need it. And so I think the biggest thing that we've learned even in this past weeks is don't question God. And the understanding of it all has a rhyme and a reason and flows together in synchronicity. And so if seasons in your life, just like seasons that we have with Mother Nature, some seasons gotta be summer. It gotta be warm. It gotta be fruitful. It gotta be nurturing, caring, and comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And other seasons have to be cold. Other seasons have to be your winter months, where you just want to hibernate. You were collecting all summer and all fall, and now you have to hibernate and try to develop and try to go into a space of hibernation, of development, of really honing into who you are. You see what I'm saying? And then you go through the time of rebirth. So just like in seasons that are in Mother Nature, even in our own lives, we need to have seasons that require different parts of us. So certain seasons in our life, we have to have the no sleep, grind it out, 16 hours a day. Let's get it done. Post what you gotta post, get what you gotta get to, work out as hard as you got. And then you have other seasons where you might be taking a lax approach to the season, but it requires different parts of you. So maybe I'm not grinding trying to create the content. Now I'm just marketing the content to be able to be in people's faces,
Now I can sleep
to
in,
not
or
sleep
just
in,
naturally.
so that I am able to produce more and help people more and be of more service to people in another facet or another functionality. So I think that when you look at it, different seasons require you to tap into a different version of yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be the one to decide and decipher what season is required for me in what season I'm in, and try not to do the wrong things in the wrong season. If you wear shorts in the winter months, you'll find very quickly it'll burn you. You'll find very quickly you're you know what I'm saying? Right. You might come with the passion, everything ready, but it's the wrong season. So understand the season that you're in life, so that you are able to better equip yourself for what the future has and holds for you.
Yeah, fully agree with that, man. I would add two things.
Talk to me.
In agreement, like, I think what's important to realize is when in the terms of seasons, we're not talking months.
For sure.
Like, life seasons are very different than what Mother Nature has planned. Like, I feel like it could go years.
For sure.
You could be in a year season of growth or you're, there's different words that people put.
Development of comfort and care, or discomfort.
Or discomfort.
Some seasons are uncomfortable.
Crunchy, the opposite of comforting.
Man, some seasons you gotta have that straight backs, the cornrows, and you gotta know, hey man, I'm not getting the cut. I'm not wolfing season when you have the waves and niggas will be like, I'm not cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? I got a wolf. I'm in that wolf season. But it's important, and it's universal. You see what I'm saying? Certain seasons of your life you have to stay protected and protect yourself from, because you understand that seen in the wrong seasons, it won't be valued. It hasn't gone through its maturing season yet. You see what I'm saying? So if you're wolfing in a season and someone has a wave check, you're like, whoa, I'm not ready. It's not my season yet. It's not time. It hasn't baked enough. Give it some. When it's in its season and I cut off the wolf and you see it waving, I'm like, ooh.
Then it's ready.
I'm in the right season. You see what I'm saying? So don't be discouraged that you're in the wrong season. Identify the season that you're in and be able to bring about the right equipment for the season that you're in.
Because
the right mindset.
That matters. Equipment's gonna change.
Sure.
And I think you gotta also identify the things you want to stay, not to change. Depending on the season. So like in that same analogy, you got the waves. You're gonna keep a do-rag wolfing, you crispy. You always gonna need a do-rag. So like you just gotta find the things that are life things, and never sacrifice. Never get away with that, and find the right thing. Because I think what makes you know what's right for you in life is if it goes with you every season. You know, that it's like that's how I feel. If it's good in any season you're in, it's the right thing. It's not gonna shake up depending on the season, because it's always gonna be the best for you. You know what I mean? Like, good sleep is always good sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think that can be considered the right thing for you in terms of, because I think we'll get misconstrued, because again, we don't even know how long our seasons are. A lot of times the wrong person is around you that you feel like, oh, but they're supposed to be, it's a season for them. And we keep them longer than they're supposed to be. And so then now we're dragging people through seasons that weren't meant to go with us through a journey, through an obstacle.
But like families, no matter the season. So at the end, they're right for you. You know what I mean?
And you're right. In practice and in practicalities, families should be the ones that could carry you through all seasons. We obviously know that that's not always the case. But so I'm not gonna even look at the outliers or the anomalies. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. Not all families are good to carry you through all seasons. There are a lot of families that don't support you. There are a lot of families that don't pour into you. There are a lot of families that aren't even there for you. You see what I'm saying? Or some families don't even want the best for you. Let me say that. You know, so understanding that, you know, the one person or one thing that will be there for you through all seasons is God. Outside of the Lord, then you have to think about going into the new seasons of your life. You always have to do an inventory check.
Yeah.
There's certain boxes that you got to take from the basement and bring up and do an inventory check.
But like, okay, like, but like for your crib, you
Yeah.
will always need lights. You will always need hydro. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like,
To
no
be able
matter
to
what,
power, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if it's no matter what, it's gotta stick. I don't know, cause maybe it feels wrong to take things off a season.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like if it's really the right thing, it's gotta stay. And even in the analogies, I hear what you're saying, like friends are gonna go, and it's like
People are gonna
you
go.
want to
loved
hug
ones.
on, but it's like it's not right for where I'm at.
And I only say it because I think a lot of times we flirt with toxic relationships too much.
Yeah.
We are too comfortable in toxic relationships too much. And so just because somebody stays doesn't mean that they're good for you. Just because someone says they love you doesn't mean that they're right for you.
Yeah.
Just because somebody decides to be your ride or die in this moment doesn't mean they're really gonna ride for you. So it's like you also don't want to give that false prophecy or teaching, because I also think that and that's why I say in every season take inventory.
That's tough too, bro.
We do it all the time though. Right now it's winter, right? In about April, you're gonna go into the basement and get some clothes that you know that were shorts and your t-shirts that you put away for the winter months. You're gonna go and you're gonna take it up and bring it into your room and decide, okay, what am I gonna wear for the summer? What can I now take from my closet now that is winter clothes or sweats or whatever that I can put away because I understand it's not the right season. It doesn't mean that everything has to change and has to switch up, but it means certain things I know is not really right for me for the season.
They gotta go.
Some things gotta go.
But like,
you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna need socks.
You're
winter
right.
or summer. So it's like,
Yes.
are there some things no matter what?
Yes, it's the verbiage of things that stay with you.
No matter what?
No matter what. Because I think
You
that
don't want to
anything,
get lost in that?
I don't want you to, because it's so easy to. I made the mistake young, thinking that everybody that I started with, I was gonna end with. And I thought they were always gonna go with me. I thought there was a lot of experiences that I thought were always gonna go with me.
Yeah.
There were a lot of teachings and understanding and mindsets that I thought was always gonna go with me, until I had to grow up and take inventory every season and chop certain things off. Certain things I just don't do anymore. It's just not in my closet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't allow it.
It might not be that it's not even in my life anymore. It's just not readily available to me anymore.
Yeah.
And I do that on purpose because I understand the seasons. So it doesn't mean it's bad things. I just put it away for the winter.
Yeah.
I put it away for the summer. It's in the basement right now in a box somewhere, tucked away, because I understand it's not the season to bring that out yet.
Yeah. And it's like, for me, I feel no matter what though, if it's gonna be right, like it can't not be in the situation. And I don't know, because even how you're describing, it's like there's been a bad situation that's happened that's caused you to be like, well, I can't always fully 100% because there's been these situations. But it's like you can't let those 100%. You can't let the one-offs mess up the 100%.
Don't let the moment mess up your momentum.
Facts.
I love
like,
it.
That's
I might get into it.
For sure. That's definitely what it was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But like in that same sense, because there's been some failed, you still go 100 in this thing.
For sure.
Or you still say this is a lifer. Like sure, you yell at you and your wife ain't messing right now, but
I might not like you right now, but that doesn't mean I don't love you.
Type of idea.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%,
So
100%.
but it's just I know you don't want anybody to feel that 100% commitment and then get lost in that, and now you're in a bad situation.
I just think it's so easy to get there.
But you don't want to tell them.
But I also want to be honest and tell them.
Yeah.
Because I've gone through it where I thought that that's what it was. I grew up in an era and an age where it was like, it was all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a very forgiving person in relationships. I'm a very forgiving person and I believe everything's a relationship, right? I'm somebody that will ride and go to the nth degree for you. I'm somebody that is, man, you ain't even gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't like them, I don't like them. I don't care about them. You know, I'm one of those people because of my environment and the places that I was in. And so when we talk about inventory and taking inventory and things that if they're good for you, they're gonna stay with you. I believe that when you are taking that inventory, and that's what I want to give people that assurance of saying, you got to take inventory for yourself. You have to be honest with yourself to know what you need in this season. Certain things you're not even gonna know you need.
You don't even know
certain things you're not even gonna know that. So you might keep certain things. You might not. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull this out one time in the season, but over a couple seasons that happen in your life and changes that happen, you realize I never needed that coat.
Yeah.
I never needed that jacket. I never needed that sweater. I never needed that person in my life to be able to get to the places that I needed.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't want us to get attached with feeling like certain things you just gotta take, and as long as they're here.
But like certain things. It's not just anything, it's things that are good. So like that's why.
But then what is good? How do we decide? Because if we don't even know, but I'm saying if we don't even know our inventory, if we don't even know what we need on this journey in this season, you know what I'm saying? But we wouldn't know. We had to go through and get some bumps and bruises to know. Like you gotta slip a couple times on the ice to know that you gotta put salt down. You know what I'm saying? When it snows, you gotta go through.
But then now that you know, you're always
now you know for the next.
So I'm saying I'm talking from that perspective.
Inventory.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this has got to stay.
Yeah, I think we're just getting caught on the verbiage that we're using.
Because I'm saying, because I'm like, if it's good for you, it's gonna stay.
You're right,
and I think we both agree.
And what I'm saying,
when it gets bad though, you gotta know when.
When it's time to go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the hardest decision.
That's why it's taking inventory.
And that's
because you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Certain things that are good for you and inherently good and genuine are gonna find itself
in every season,
sure. One way or another.
Yeah.
But also be able to identify when just because it's in every season doesn't mean it has to be good. Identify and take the time to be able to have understanding to know, is this something that I need in my inventory?
Yeah, keep doing it through the filter system.
Put it through the ringer,
and I think each season, like you'll keep seeing it, how it's looking. And it's like, okay,
was this used? You know what I'm saying? Did I need this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I think we all go through it.
Hardest decision, sacrifice. You gotta say no.
You have to understand.
You don't let them things and cut them things out because it's like, nope, not now. You had your run. But not now.
You did a number on us a couple summers ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This ain't me a couple summers, bro.
Bruh, and it's powerful.
Yeah.
Who I was, I just saw a video and I posted it of me when I was 20. So literally.
I seen.
Right? And I was like, yo, it was jokes because in the picture, I'm in the gym and I have some size and I can imagine and go back to the time when I took that video and I was like, yo, it's funny. I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
I thought I had the whole game figured out. What? Boy, I'm 20. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah, what? And it took me getting past that to be like, damn, boy, you didn't even.
Every time looking back, you're gonna be like, bro, you did not.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
But this is how I feel. Even when you were 20, you didn't know everything. You knew everything you were supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? That's why you were where you're at. And
yes,
the same sense of how we started, God, everything, your flow, you know everything you're supposed to know right now to get to where you want to get to.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
And that's what led you to where you are now because you knew then.
No, I think what led me to where I am now is the experiences from 20 till now.
That you learned.
But those are the experiences I never knew about because I didn't
until
go through it. But anything is until you get to the.
But that's what I mean.
No.
He's not.
No. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's just not what it is. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, where you are today is where you are today. You can only know and see what you've been able to see where you are today.
That's what I mean.
So what I'm saying, when I was 20, all I saw was where I was today, and that's not beneficial because if I was thinking, okay, well, where would I be in 10 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
I could have planned better. I could have been able to say, you know what? I have to humble myself to understand that I am just been on this earth for the 20 years. The understanding and the knowledge that I've been able to gain might be a little bit before my time because I've been able to consume from different places.
Are you talking now?
When I was 20.
Oh, okay.
But I had to go through different experiences that I never in a million years would have thought I had to go through.
Until going through it.
Fam, at 20, I had both my ACLs. You know what I'm saying?
Different
At
life.
20, I was a completely different person. I wanted to go out. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be in spotlights and in clubs or in environments that I knew I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be around these things because all I saw was, man, I'm 20. Man, I'm what I know I don't.
But this is what I'm saying. You knew everything because it led you to where you are now. Because you going through that helps you now to know that that's not what you want to go through. Because you felt you knew back then, you were able to now know something different. And now you're going to be 30 and be like, oh, this guy looking at you like, you know this and this and this. When it's like, nah, when really not. You would have the exact same reaction you'll have then. Yeah. But it's like, you know everything you need to know now to lead you to that. You know, like, it's a part of the process. You only know what you know now.
Can you
operate
also,
based on what you know?
Can you also come with it with some humility and saying that you don't know everything?
That is the action of going out to go into the unknown is the acknowledgement of you don't know.
Why?
You only read books if you think you don't know something. Your action of reading books shows you don't know. You're missing out on something.
So you're saying just actively trying to find knowledge. That's what you mean.
Find knowledge, but like action in general. Like, you going out to play basketball proves that you have still more basketball to learn and more basketball to play. There's still more out there for you to gain from playing. Okay. So like, your action reveals a type of humbleness. It's the people that don't act that think I'm good right now. That's the most arrogant thing, to think I don't need to do anything to stay where I'm at. I don't need to do anything and I'll somehow progress. It's like, no, your action shows constant humility. When Kobe loses, his continual action shows, well, I'm gonna keep going regardless. Cause I'm not, or when Kobe wins, when Kobe wins and he's here and he keeps doing the action, it shows, bro, you're still humble. Cause it's the people that don't think they gotta work, bro. Like,
and don't gotta put in the time.
They don't gotta put in the time. It's like, now you feel like, oh, you think you're better than, like, Drake probably puts in the most work in the studio.
Yeah, most hours.
It's like, bro, you ain't gotta do that.
But that's how he gets to where he is and how he's been able to stay where he is.
And for real though, especially on that level.
When you get hyper successful, LeBron still works out like he was in high school.
So it's like, but even to go back to the 20-year-old thing, I just think you had what you needed, and that's why I brought you to where you're at. And it's that same feeling now at 25 and me at 20. It's like, I have everything I need. I just need to take the action to go do it. And then you'll learn more, and then I'll be 3 years down the line or 5 years down the line and be like, now I know from that action then. Because it's everything that 20-year-old did that led you to where you're at now. Even the bad, even the knees.
If I could go back in time
change
one thing, it wouldn't even be to do a sports bet.
It
wouldn't be the...
Not even so bad.
Maybe a sports bet.
You're not done. Man. You can still play sports.
I did $1 trillion bet, man. They would have blocked my account.
In crypto.
What? I'm trying to tell you. That's the first thing. Invest in crypto. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would want my surgery not to happen. But at the same time, I thank God for it. And I think we talk about it so many times. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things in certain parts of our journey that I would never want to give up, because I thank God that I had my surgeries. I say it all the time. I think it saved my life. You know, tearing my ACL, in having the first surgery in January, and the second surgery after tearing another knee in September. 2 surgeries in 1 year. Changed how I saw life, though. It slowed me down to say, yo, this thing's real. Don't let this pass you. It's not no joke. It's not no play around thing. It's not no, man, what? I'm invincible. You're not, bro. You're not. And you matter, and you leave a legacy if you put in the time. So it's like, man, it saved my life. You know the things I wanted to do when I got hurt. I was ready to go. If I wasn't hurt, I probably wouldn't be here having this podcast conversation with you.
A different story.
Completely different, you know what I'm saying? Just because of arrogance. Sometimes God has to stop you in your tracks for him to save you for your future. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I never questioned him.
And it's not necessarily, how can he stop you in your journey of life? How are you stopped if you wake up the next day?
100%,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. Give God thanks for all of that.
You ain't done. So it's like, just keep going, bro. Like, it's a journey. We say it all the time because it's so real. Like,
bro, it's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? And the marathon continues. So keep fighting for that marathon, man.
He just allied himself
I'm
off the way, though.
Come on, crazy. I'm gonna be real nip, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 ACLs and all. You know what I'm saying? Because God works with the meek, man. He works with the ones that don't even, you feel like you don't even deserve it. Like, why you love me? You know what I'm saying? Like, he woke you up.
It's crazy. Because, like, even what meek means, I don't know why I got it to his head, but, like, just hearing that word. Like, I always thought meek meant weak. It's so it just sounds like that. But when I learned,
punk,
you're meek, you're timid, you're shy. But meek actually means you're actually strong. Like it means.
I think because you associate with the rapper, Meek. Boy, that boy got punked, boy.
You're crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. We sending shots in 2025, bro. We ain't even.
Bro, Toronto squashed the beef with Philly after that. We were chilling now.
I ain't squash nothing.
We
man.
good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really one of those. I can give you the definition for Meek.
Nah, but the definition's wrong. Like in the Bible frame of what the definition is. So like what? And I'm gonna get it right. Meek means to have your sword but sheath it, something along those lines. And the idea is that it doesn't mean weak, but it means you're strong but have it in control. It's basically discipline. It's the disciplined inherit the earth. So like the meek inherit the earth means the people that are willing to, in the season, to say no to a certain thing that's in their season. That shows discipline. Those are the people that inherit the earth. The people that are willing to decipher what's right and wrong in their season in their life, and say this those no longer serve me. So
well, I mean, biblically, if you talk about meek shows up a couple times in a couple verses. But I mean, in Matthew 5 it says, "Blessed are the meek; they shall inherit the earth." In James 3 verse 13 it says, "Who is wise and understand among you? Show it by their meekness." In basic terms, by their discipline, you could change it. Yeah, I mean, meekness is a virtue that describes someone who has controlled strength and is humble and puts their trust in God. So I think you're right. When we think about the definition of what meek is, we always think of scared, timid, quiet, gentle,
just weirdly, I don't
punk.
know.
You know what I'm saying? But it is controlled strength and humility and putting your trust in something bigger than who you are. You know. And it also means that you get beat in a back-to-back battle by Drake. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Back to back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't forgive you, Philly.
Ain't a world tour, that's a girl's tour.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, that was the most disrespectful bar that boy ever said to you, man. You went on that tour.
They squashed it.
That was you. I'm just saying, he went on the tour with her. And it wasn't his tour, it was her tour. He was just a tag-along. He was a backpack. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, all he had was the map in there. That's all it was, boy. That's what he was. He was the map. Nikki was really the engine, man. Nikki was Dora. She was carrying that boy around, man.
She was that girl.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Drake came to steal and destroy, boy. Drake was Swiper, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm really gonna give you Dora right now. I don't know who Boots is, but it don't matter.
Yeah, I didn't even catch it. Catch the beef. Did you say Dora?
Yeah, I said Nikki is Dora. I said Meek was the backpack. You know what I'm saying? I said Drake is swiping, no swiping. You know what I'm saying? Boots could be Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was just with it. You know what I'm saying? Really just getting it in.
Boots is definitely Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just all we're saying is that the meek shall inherit and understand that even in find your season, find your rhyme and your reason. Understand that your understanding is to the point where you are today, and be humble enough to know that you might not know everything, but you're exactly where you need to be for God to be able to use you where he needs to use you and where you want to be used. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say that you know everything. You know everything you need to go. Like, don't fall for the you keep needing this other thing, because it could just be procrastination. Like, you keep planning, like, I need to plan more before I do.
You sitting on the couch anyhow
to do the work. So like, you know everything. Go out and do it. It's 2025. Let's turn up this year. Do the work. Do the stuff. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Man, know that we love you. Know that we're proud of you. Know that we're praying for you. We just want you to be great, man. That's really all it is. Thank you so much for
I'm not even talking to y'all half the time. I'm talking to myself. Like, y'all don't understand.
He really get into it, man. He really,
like, all our episodes, I'm just talking to me. Anyways.
Mr. Forget them. I ain't even trying to.
I'm not y'all here, though.
I mean, we did say that from the first episode. We said, this is supposed to be us. Just allowing everybody else to have a inside look to our conversation.
We already, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To how our conversations really are. We'll sit down and go back and forth for hours. So we give you guys a small synopsis of what we are deliberating with and what we're trying to do to be better human beings, better people, better men, and just better examples. You know what I'm saying? So not every conversation has a rhyme or a reason.
This we got We hit it. I think we hit a bullseye. We hit some spots around.
You didn't let me land. I'm about to take that. You know what I'm saying? That 727. That one going. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
About to go crazy. Yeah, I said. Bing bong. Yeah. No, I just man, I had it. I swear to God.
We did too much of the play.
It was just cut. It was perfect. I want you to know.
Next week, bro. Next week.
We don't got no rhyme or reason in this conversation, but we have what we need in this season. You see what I'm saying? It sounded better in my head when I said it. I had to remix it again. I had to remix it again. It's okay though. I was like,
it was there. You had to kill a shot. And I walked in front of the board.
Right there, yeah.
That's all you
missed.
You know what? Just text it later.
Yeah,
put it in the comments.
I'll hit it. Yeah. That's what we do. When I get it, put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because damn, I had it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Perspective Podcast. We're here to change your perspective
and elevate your mindset.
Y'all know that mind. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna be here next Wednesday to give y'all some more games. So make sure you tune in. Send this to your people. You know what it is. Stop playing with Perspective Pod. We here. 2025. Oh, big talk. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? 50.